Hi, my name is Nishit. Today is 3 of September 2025. Right now, what is the timing? It is 12:31 p.m. right now. It is Wednesday, and I am making this video. I am making this video for what? I don't even know for what I'm making this video. But the thing is, in my current state right now, here, in the current moment, in the current time, I am so confused. The thing is that I don't even know what is going on in the life of mine. Well, maybe it might be a thing of something that happens with everybody, or which is so common. It might be, but my mind is what something which is telling me right now that, bro, you are not okay. I'm making this video so that I could be able to watch this video after some years, or maybe I would be watching this video throughout the years again and again, or whenever I could reach myself to see what I had said back then at that particular time. That is also a secondary imperative of making this video, and I don't know what to say. And I feel like, Nishit Parise, within you there are a lot of lacunas, there are a lot of flaws are present in you. These all needs to be fixated as soon as possible. And yes, I am trying to fix them again and again. My efforts and my endeavors are not stopping. They are relentless, they are unceasing, they are incessant, right? And I have been trying to just somehow integrate what else and how much amount of multifarious amount of things, as much as I can do, as much as they are in the confines of my capabilities, right? I am trying, and that is what I strongly believe in, right? I am not a pessimistic guy. I am always optimistic. I always think that yes, everything could be done, everything is positive, you don't need to be negative, right? And yeah, but from the past few days I have been noticing this one thing within me, that I always sleep, my heart being completely shallow, and I always wake up with this one feeling that there is something remaining. There is one, I kind of feel like there is always something missing within me, and that is what something to fill that void. There is one void that needs to be filled anyhow. Just do any activity, just trying new things constantly. I'm trying to do this thing, like I'm always shifting between activities so that I keep my mind busy. I just can't stay still, my mind can't stay still. That is what something my mind says, that you need to be busy all the time, you need to do something all the time, you need to be doing something, so that my mind can feel that I am doing something. I'm not, my mind is not vacant. And just for the sake of it, just to compensate that feeling, I'm always trying new things. There are a lot of activities that I'm always trying to do. I am trying to connect with people online. Due to some reasons, I don't have friends. I am lonely ever since when I was born. I am lonely ever since when I was a child. And I have faced a lot of traumatizing things that have shaped my personality this way. I am a great guy when it comes to introspection. I am a great guy when it comes to rumination. and reflection and thinking deeply and all these contemplative activities. But the thing is that I just don't understand what is wrong with me. I mean, I'm always always confused, always trying to do new things, always trying to do novelty of things nowadays, all the time. Sorry, my phone was about to fall down. And just what else do I do? I am making this video so that after some years, or maybe whenever voluntarily I would think that, hey, let's just go back to that video that I had made few days ago, few months ago, few years ago. Let's see how was the Nishit back then. Let's see what had he said, like just to record myself, right? So that after the years, throughout the timeline and time frames, I could be able to, whenever I need, watch myself back and retrospect that, oh, that was the Nishit, that's how he was back then, right? So that I'm just recording who am I over here. And yes, that's it. And I always feel this urge and this feeling always surges in my mind, always, that which has been always happening, which has been always surging towards my mind, that okay, Nishit, you are not enough, bro, you are not enough, you have to do something. I think that this is not only with me, this is a peer problem at this particular age, I maybe think, because when I was chatting with ChatGPT on Google searching, I had found out that this happens with a lot of people, not just only you. But you just can't ignore that, na bro. I mean, when you having these kinds of all thoughts, these all nuggets been coming in the mind of yours constantly, without any stopping, without any impediment, you just can't stop you can't stop your mind from thinking so much. And the fact is that I'm just stuck in a way where simply I just couldn't proceed further. I'm just stuck. This impediment, this barrier just never fades away. And these barriers are even invisible. I can't even see these barriers, but I just feel them within me. I just feel them in my mind. That's the problem. And I'm not trying to run away from the problems. I'm trying to face them. I want to confront them. I am not trying to avoid the problems. I am not trying to avoid them or avert them in any means or in any manner so that I could calm myself, I could soothe myself. No, that is not my intention. And yes, my tendency and my proclivity that I have got to know after all these years from my childhood, ever since when I was born, now I have started the inception of me being more and more conscious from the past few months and from the past 1 and 2 hours, from 1 and 2 years has started, and I am coming to know that I am an diligent guy. I don't retreat away from the problems. I don't retreat away, whether that's activities, whether that is any activity. Let's say for example studies, let's say for example playing something, let's say for example just sitting still for hours. Man, I can do that. I don't get bored. They said that a lot of teenagers these days simply can't sustain without social media, can't sustain without social media. Like, bro, I can. And the fact is that I even do that. I even do it more often, consciously. That Nishit, bro, listen, if you can stay off from the social media, if you can stay off from any kind of devices, let's say for example laptop, phone, mobile, TV, whatever, if I can stay without them and I can just sit in a void, I can just sit in a solitude just for a few hours without any disturbance, without talking to anybody, just complete cut off from any ties to the outsider world, I can do that. And I have found out this is a great quality, by the way. And the thing is that I am always even more active when I'm doing this, when I'm consciously, right? And this is also one thing that I have found out in myself from the past few months, that I am a very aware guy. Yes, I am. Nishit bro, you are aware. I am not talking about the rest. I am talking about myself. I am an aware person. And Nishit bro, you always have to, you must stay aware throughout your life. Your mind should always be active. And it must stay always active. You should never ever retreat back from any of those problems that may arise, that there is the probability and the possibility of them, so that they might arise or emerge anyhow, somehow, or in any circumstances, in any ambiances. If ever they arises, I am not retreating back away. I am going to contend with them. I'm going to grapple with them. I'm going to fight them. I'm going to confront them straight head on, without getting intimidated by any of those things that could ever try to intimidate me, that could ever try to scare me back away. I am not going to do that. This is NISHIT Shivdas Parise saying today on 3 September 2025. (12:45 PM). Right now sitting over here in the Morshi town of Amravati district, Maharashtra state, India country. At the age of 18, I am saying this out loud. Nishit Parise will never ever in his life retreat back away from the problems. He will always confront them head on, straight, with full courage, full ambition, full aspiration, and this one full conviction in within himself that he can overcome, that he can prevail any kind of problem and take it down without getting scared by any of those nonsense, petty, trivial dilemmas that you could possibly ever imagine. All these nitty gritties that I'm always trying to think about them, that I'm always trying to, and I know that there are a lot of dreams of mine, that there are a lot. I am a very novelty seeker guy. I don't get satiated, or I don't get contented by just like doing some normal few activities and I am content. No, I am not kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy. I am a novelty seeker person. Nishit Parise, you are a novelty seeker person, and you will always stay the same. Your brain is never still, your brain is never dormant, your brain is never in that kind of, in a metaphorical say, I can say that your brain is not in that hibernation mode or in that state. There is a huge chasm, there is a huge disparity between my subconscious and my conscious. Why am I saying that? Because whenever I'm conscious, whenever I'm rationalizing a lot of things, whenever I'm thinking so deeply, whenever I'm just putting my hard efforts so deeply with full my grit, I just go. And this is not even something that I just carry out things recklessly. I think about them, I plan about them, I orchestrate, I ponder deeply at first, I contemplate at first. And in a well-aware manner, I try to carry out whatever things of mine that I am desired, that I am willing to do or to carry out. Whatever my imperatives, whatever my intentions are, they are never reckless. They are always well thought. That is the great ability of mine, and I appreciate myself. And this is also one thing about me, that I am not the kind of person who always glamorizes his abilities, who always wails that how great person I, who always boasts. Although it is also a fact that I don't have anything to boast, I don't have anything to brag, but still I'm just saying that I am also that kind of person who not just blindly and unconsciously, or even though consciously, veils himself, but the fact is, who blindly just admires whatever I can do, who just blindly praises himself. I am not that kind of person. I know my flaws and I am well aware of them. But there are few natural things within me. There are few that may be inherent, that may be acquired, or let's say they had got embodied within me, they got succumbed, or anyhow they simply, I had maybe unconsciously I would have done the imposition of them anyhow. And these things are primarily, I can't socialize. That is my one thing, that I have a remorse within myself, and this remorse, this one lingering regret will never ever fade away in my life, because ever since when I was born I had zero friends, bro. I couldn't even, I am a very shy person. This one thing, this one whiff of remorse never fades away, this never wanes away out of my body. I don't know why. My brain is always active, but, and I'm not a person who procrastinates. Yes, I was, ever since I was not great at studies, and I'm not saying that I am even now I have become greater at studies. I'm an average person, but I'm trying from now on. I have started to work on myself. What else I can, whatever is under the confines, which is under the turf of myself, of control, of the turf of control. What else can I do? What else I can do? I will do that as per as of the current time, as per as of my current state, because I am not fully independent guy, right? Because no one is fully independent at this age. Yes, there are people, but there are so few. Majority of the people at my age are not independent, and that is what something which prevents me, that is what something which stops me from attaining my full potential. And I'm not even saying that I'm ready for my full potential. I'm not even saying that I consider myself to be fully potent and capable and be even able of coming under the criteria of being completely viable, of getting and achieving anything I want. Anything, let's assume that a lot of teenagers wishes to do a lot of new things, right? To achieve something greater in their lives. But some things you can't just do because you are hurdled by the circumstances of yours, by the abilities of yours. Not just by the circumstances, but by even the abilities of yours. You are hurdled by them. Abilities over here in this context, what I'm trying to say is that bro, you are not potential, you are not capable enough of achieving so many new things in the life of yours. You are not even of that particular age. You don't have experience. You don't have empirical experience, bro. You don't have that age. You haven't attained that much amount of age, and you haven't like integrated and acquired a lot of new experiences in the life of yours. You haven't gained that much wisdom, and you haven't gained that much, like, whatever you say, sage like, sagacious like insights, and whatever you could possibly imagine of that sanctimonious person. Bro, you're not that kind of guy, bro. And I know that. That is why I say that I'm a very reflective person. That is why I say that I have a great ability to find and detect the flaws in within myself, and even to a very certain great degree and extent in others as well. And yes, I'm a very perceptive person. I'm a very perceptive guy. And the thing that it has intensified, and it has got, or which has been occurring, this intensification of my ability to think more deeply, to ponder more deeply, to contemplate more deeply, to ruminate more deeply. I'm using redundant words because I want to clarify my message even more precisely, with much precision and intentional meaning. I'm trying to convey the exact things that I am feeling in the current state. So that's why I'm using redundant words, and I know that I'm completely conscious about it. You are not wrong to think that way. And yeah, I'm a very great detector of flaws, at least, and the abilities of mine as well. I have always wanted to make friends. Back then when I was in school, back then when I was in high school, till the age of 18, till the age today, I am alone. And that one thing stings and rankles. It rankles my heart, saying that, bro, what is that something which has been missing in within you, that you are not even capable of such a normal and mundane thing that everyone is capable of, that everyone has gained that ability and that capability, and such a normal instinct of being able of, or even being friends of each others, and even networking with people, even connecting with people, even just approaching people. I simply just can't do that. I don't know why, but this is not something which is because of I lack the ability to communicate. I am a great communicator, and I know that when I say I am a great communicator, when I say that I am a great debater, when I say that I can articulate out my facts, articulate out whatever I'm thinking, articulate out whatever the notions that are coming in the mind of mine, whenever I say that, I just say it. It is true. I know that when I say something about me, I know that that is true. I know it with due conviction. I know the fact that I can convey myself way better. I'm not comparing myself with other people, but I am just telling about myself that I can articulate out my facts. I can articulate out my thoughts way clearly, in a coherent and clear and vivid way. I can convey my thoughts. I'm a great guy at that particular one factor. But there are a lot of areas and expertise I am not great at, and I want to fix them. I want to rectify those things, right? And I am just trying to find ways. I have been trying to find new ways and new solutions to the things that I am flawed at them. And these attempts, these endeavors, and these motives will never ever diminish, will never ever lower, will never ever consciously or unconsciously will reduce from the side of mine ever. And I say this, and trust me when I say, I am fully confident in myself, and Nishit Parise will always, no matter what much amount of and how much amount of and what kinds of, what multifarious amount of adversities come in my life, come in my daily activities, in my daily scenarios, in my any diurnal state, and in any point of my life, I will never ever retreat back away. That is the thing I say. That is the maxim of Nishit Shivdas Parise. Nishit Parise, that is the maxim of yours. Bro, I am a very, 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 very ferocious guy in execution. And I know that. I am completely aware of that. And that is just the thing of which is within me, right? I am not lying. I am not fabricating things. I am not formulating things. I am just spitting out. I am just eviscerating out the things which are going on within me, right? In the current state and in the current age and time as per as of now. That is just the thing. That is just the thing. When I say, please trust me. And who am I is what something which should be remembered forever. Not only in the minds of others, not only in the minds of people, those who know me or whom I know, that I am in acquaintance with. No. Who am I should be always be remembered, should be always, must be kept and internalized and imbibed within myself, that I am this kind of guy. And these attributes of mine are never ever reducing. They are never ever going to wane away. And I mean them. And yes, when people say that why you are always alone, why you are always sad, you should be making friends, or you should be, that is not that important, right? And trust me when I say this, that is not that important to just to make friends in order to be happy in the life of yours. This is me saying, and I mean it when I say that you just don't only need friends in the life of yours in order to be happy. You need just goals. And I'm not saying this in such a trivial, petty, nonsensical, amusing way a kid would say it, but I'm saying this in a well thought manner. You need something, your brain needs an activities, your brain needs something to do with, to play with, to interact with, and your brain demands that, right? And that is how something you would be feeling the sense of self within yourself, right? And this is also one thing about me. Yes, of course, about me, because this video is about me. because I want to watch this back after some years. I would be reaching back to this video to meet me, who the Nishit Parise was back then when he was of 18 years old. How he used to think, how he used to carry out activities, how he used to just be of himself as per as of his experience, as per as of his insights, as per as of his wisdom, and whatever you say it, right? I know that I use a redundant language, but just to be more clear and to be more vivid and coherent and conspicuous. Nishit Parise, Nishit Parise, Parise. तू निशित पारिसे आहे आणि मी तुला कधीही डिसअपॉइंट करणार नाही. तू एक गोष्ट लक्षात ठेव निशित पारिसे. निशित पारिसे, you are my son now, bro. You are my son now, and I am going to parent myself for real, 100%. How cute smile do I have? Always appreciate yourself. Guys, I am also posting this video on social media platforms. Certainly not to gain views, not to be publicly viral or any of that. That is not the goal. I am keeping this video in the gallery of my phone as well. And निशित पारिसे, एक गोष्ट तू प्रत्येक क्षणी लक्षात ठेवशील, तुला ठेवावी लागेल. निशित पारिसे, no matter what others would say, no matter what the world says, what the rest of the world says, you are never ever bowing. You would never ever bow or cave in front of any kind of adversities, any kind of impediments, any kind of hurdles, any kinds of problems and barriers in the life that may arise ever, whenever, in any part of my life, in any point of my life. I will never ever retreat back away. I will fight precisely. I will fight, and this and that would always be well planned, without being headlong, without being non-contemplative, being childish, being immature. It will be always mature decisions Nishit Parise will always make in the life of him. And I assure you, Nishit Parise, this is my assurance to you, I am never ever forgetting these values of mine, ever in the life of mine, until I die. These are my core values that I have taught myself. I have taught myself these values. Not even my parents. I have taught these values to myself. Not they would have came, certainly, because they do, because you are a human being, you live, you're right. They come from your experiences, they come from your empirical experiences that you have lived through, right, throughout the lifetime of yours. Everybody does. That's why people, when they say that I am old, when they say that I am grown up, that is also a part of it. But majority of your values, majority of your insights come from how you perceive the life, come from how you contemplate, come from how you reason, come from how you rationalize, come from your ability to view the life, your ability, your gaze, by the way, right? What is that word, gaze? And yes, पण एक गोष्ट निशित पारिसे लक्षात ठेवायची आहे तुला, मी कधीही तुला माफ करणार नाही, तुला कधीही क्षमा करणार नाही की तू कधीही तुझ्या प्रॉब्लेम्सपासून मागं हटला, तुझ्या गोल्सपासून मागं हटला, किंवा तुझी विचारधारा, तुझी आयडिओलॉजी कंटॅमिनेट होण्याच्या स्थितीमध्ये आली आहे, किंवा तू कधीही कोणाच्या अशा संगतमध्ये राहणार नाही जेणेकरून तू पोल्यूट होशील, तुझे व्हॅल्यूज पोल्यूट होईल, तुझे कॅरेक्टर पोल्यूट होईल. निशित पारिसे, दिस इज अ कॉम्बिनेटरी intimidation or warning, whatever you call it. Always should be embedded in within the inward of your brain. Always should be, must be. And the thing is, more mature you become. The thing is, I am not mature, I'm telling you, but I am trying to be as much as conscious as I can, right? I don't like the word mature, I like the word conscious, I like the word aware, I like awareness over knowledge. I like awareness. Knowledge is also a great thing, but I like awareness, I like consciousness, I like conscientiousness. I like being grounded, I like being rigid and being fully ossified in the moral values of mine that are not just inflicted and foisted by other people in the life of mine. This is also a great thing that needs to be highlighted and underlined, bro. When I say that you should be having great strong values, great sturdy values, I am not saying that in the sense or in the age or in the panoramic view and gaze of some people would have said this to you, some people would have given this to you, that my dad used to say that, my mom used to say that. These should be always well rationalized, well thought, well structured, well reasoned. There should be always a strong reason behind why do you think that way. And when people try to advise me, and whenever whomever the elders I meet, whenever they say that, beta, this is how the things works, I always ask them question, being completely so inquisitive, being so enthusiastic, right? That uncle, why is this? Why? What is the reason behind this particular one thing? Please tell me. I'm excited, right? I like that. And that is the thing about me. Honestly, I more eagerly tend to ask them the reasons behind why you, uncle, are saying that thing. I don't just like, that teenage rebellious energy say that, no, uncle, you are wrong, you are not right, you are just saying things out of nowhere in the mind of yours, which was in return inflicted ideologies within you that you had somehow succumbed to internalize. I don't say things like these. I don't have that rebel energy. I have rebel energy. I am a rebellious person. But when it comes to rationalization, and logic, yes, I am. I don't follow blind things. I don't follow things blindly. Whatever and whichever they have been said and been thrown and been hurled at me, I just don't do them. I tend to more eagerly ask the person, whoever is telling me something, that what is the reason behind it, bro? And that is the core thing about being inquisitive person, being eager about knowing new things in the life of yours, in always being so not just receptive but being inquisitive, but being questionable behind everything, right? And my dad has always supported me in this way ever since. Throughout my childhood, I have been asking always my dad new questions, always whatever new things that keeps more often coming in the mind of mine, that what is this, dad, why does that happens, that what is the reason behind this particular one thing, that why do these people do and act and behave and demeanor themselves this way. Throughout all different perspectives, throughout all different angles, I'm always trying to analyze things. And yes, I have to commit this, and I have to like confess one thing about me, that I am a really curious guy, and I will always stay curious. I will never ever let this curious kid in within me die, ever. I will never ever let him die. I will never ever let this curious kid in within me will die in any ways. निश्चित पारी से bro, please यार, why am I saying please? In logic. By the way, I am making my hairs long. I'm letting them grow. I'm letting them grow longer and longer these days, and within just few months they will grow this long, and I am taking care of these. And yeah, I'm not going to cut them. I will trim them. I will maintain them in proper size and shape, in the health of theirs or whatever. From the past few days, I have been thinking about making a such video that would reflect on my personality, that would tell and would just record myself, that how Nishit is. I am just doing this for myself. I just wanted to record a video. I just wanted to keep it for years, and I will be posting it, and I would be securing this video on the social medias, on the galleries, or in my laptop devices or pen drives or memory cards, or wherever I could be able to possibly save it and secure it, because I just want to watch myself back again and again, and that how he was in the future, baby. Future, baby. Yeah. There are a lot of things in my mind actually, and I just keep talking, just keep chatting with artificial intelligence and chat GPTs always, because as I had said, that this is my innate drive to always seek answers for whatever things that arises in the mind of mine, or whatever I am researching over. You are a very great researcher, bro. I am a very spontaneous person, by the way, but not in the sense how you would perceive it, the idea, the scaffolding of being spontaneous. Not in that particular way, but I am a really spontaneous person. Whenever you would interact with me, not in that crowd, extremely overzealous, spontaneous way, being extremely enthusiastic and so excited about conversations, and like trivial, worthless, and those things that doesn't even hold meanings and importance, and any kinds of crucialities, but things should have substance. I'm a very great substance seeker guy. Whenever I speak, whenever I interact with people, I always speak in substance. There is always a substance behind why am I saying that. There is always a juice behind that, right? I always tend to be more and more excited and be more eager about topics that I am discussing with people, but people, you know, that are not always that intentional about being involved in whatever things that you would like them from your sides to come in, or to usher them in the things that you want to discuss, to interact, to carry out activities voluntarily together or with any whom, right? I mean, that is not their problem. That is, each person has their different values and different, right, gaze of living and viewing the life, right? And I'm not criticizing them. I'm not saying that you are wrong, you are right in your ways, but always be more receptive towards the finding the reason behind whether, and even be able to weight things on the comparative basis, whether are they right or are they wrong. And even when a person says that they are wrong, why is he saying that, right? And I just, from the past few days, I was thinking that I just should make this video, I just should make this kind of video. And today I made it. Should I talk about my hobbies? By the way, they are so more inclined towards a person who could stay alone all the time, because as of I had mentioned this earlier, that I am not a socializing person. I am not a person who just always keeps revolving around people, keeps cruising around people all the time. As I had said that, reflecting upon that, depending and being incumbent upon that fact, I could say that I am a kind of guy who does and tends and his proclivity towards doing things, primarily those who are resented with being alone all the time, are more higher, and they dominate the extroverts. Not the extroverts. The extroverts do also have their different set of activities that they like the most, but in contrast, the person who is lonely, these kinds of activities I am inclined towards more and more. And these are primarily listening to the music, my hobbies, being active on social media, interacting on the internet all the time, not all the time but more time, and going out on walks in the evening times, and even being physically active. I am not that kind of guy who just stays dormant physically. I am well aware of my physical fitness, but due to some reasons I am not that fit. मैं स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं हूँ ना गाइस, नहीं हूँ ना मैं यार, लेकिन मुझे पता है ना स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए इंसान ने. Human beings should be strong. Look at my bumps, whatever that is. What is it called as? Look at my damn body, guys. I'm a very strong person. Nishit Parise, I will punch this phone over here. No, my cute phone, my cute camera. लगदी मैनू जीवे उम्र दी क्वीन है, मिट्टिया गल्ला करे कुड़ी नमकीन है. ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, कैसे देखूं तेरी आंखें, आंखों पे जश्न का बहरा. ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, कैसे देखूं तेरी आंखें, आंखों पे जश्न का बहरा. तारीफ करूं मैं आपकी जितनी भी करूं कम है, ओ मेरे यार. देखिए मैं ये लिरिक्स बना रहा हूँ in an improvisational sense. I am just improvising these lyrics and making them out of nowhere, right in the right time. Nishit Parise. I'm appreciating my hairs right now. Look at these. तेरे बिना लगदा नहीं जी मेरा, ना देख सुनी अद्दा मेरे वल तू, लगे नहीं मैनू सिरा तू. Good human being. लगे नहीं मैनू good human being. And you should what do I want to say now? I think that's it. That's the amount of things that I had wanted to reflect over. And guys, this is not a thing that I reflect in this manner only. When I am alone, I am a shy person, by the way. Let me just tell you one thing, that I am a shy guy. I am also camera shy to a very certain degree, but not that much when it comes to when I am thrown over there and hurled and farted in those scenarios where I am surrounded and bigotted and like completely around people or in the public, right? I would be more shy than I barely would speak, because that is the thing of mine. I just can't socialize. And when I'm alone, let's postulate that the moment I turn this camera off, the moment I sit alone in solitude, and when I'm around nobody, my mind literally runs on literally like million horsepower. It literally fires at really an incredible, humongous, immense torque. It just simply can't stop. And I'm being shy over here in front of the camera as well, right? That is also a true thing, right? What is this? Yeah, anything do I want to say? A message and a great saying, a great thing I want to tell to my elder self now. My elder self, elder Nishit Parise, that would come, he would become, or he would be out there. Yo bro, I know you are Nishit. That he would be watching me this video back in the years, what he used to say. And this message is for the future Nishit. What message would you want to give to your future Nishit? भैया, निशित भैया, आप सुनिए ना मेरी बात. सुनी ली होगी यार, आधा एक घंटे का वीडियो बना लिया है मैंने. In this video I have yapped so much, and maybe I could make even more such videos reflecting. Bro, never ever lose your values. Always stay positive. I'm not saying that negative things wouldn't come in the life of yours. Of course, that does comes in the life of everybody, and everyone has a different way of handling with problems, right? And even whatever amount of tartuffery and trivial things and nonsensical concerns that may come in the life of yours, that would be coming in the life of yours out there, they should never affect your psyche. They should never ever be able of prevailing upon you, bro, because you are stronger, right? Look in the eyes of mine, you elder Nishit Parise. This video is for you, primarily intended to interact with you, bro, right? That is the thing. Always stay optimistic, always be rigid on your values, always stay rationalizing, always be analytical, sharp, ruthless analytical, extreme, on an extreme exuberant level. Always stay analytical as fuck. I am not giving a fuck about what your emotion says. Always be analytical, and that is the great thing, and that is the maxim of yours within yourself, completely indentured and embodied and imbibed. Nishit Parise, grounded.